Hey guys, today I want to do another EDC video, and by EDC I mean everyday carry, although this video is a little different from the last one that I made. The last one I made was just a general everyday as I'm going about, buying groceries, going to Starbucks, hanging out with the family, what I kind of wear for that attire. But for this EDC, I wanted to make a video and show how I kind of alter my EDC setup when I'm in a business attire. So for example, when I go to work, I kind of alter the way I EDC my system. So this video is going to be a business EDC. And as with the last EDC video that I did, I also use a tiered system for that. So I have different layers of my EDC, so if I forget something, I still have items in my EDC, even if I don't have a particular layer. And when all these layers are combined, that's when I'm at my most capacity as far as the items that I'm carrying with me. So in this video, I just wanted to show you a quick demonstration of the items that I'm carrying and then how I carry it, because for business attire, we're talking ties, button-up shirts, slacks, and we're not talking 511 tactical pants and baggy shirts and things like, and paracord wrist bracelets and things like that. So this is going to be my business EDC. So to start off, I'd like to go over the Tier 1 items that I have, and this is very similar to my previous Tier 1 items, which were a wallet with cash in it, a watch, car keys, and my cell phone. And those are the items, if I leave home without it, I am sick to my stomach, I'm freaking out, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. So not much has been changed on any of these. The only thing that might be a little different on my keychain, I added this the True Utility pen, telescopic pen on there, which has been kind of handy. I took it out of my Deltoid survival tin, and I removed the Rescue Me. I have that in. I have one of those kind of devices in each of my cars right now. I just wanted to keep down the bulk size of my keychain because I don't like having bulgy pockets, with a bunch of stuff in my pocket. So that's going to be my Tier 1 setup. So for Tier 2, as you remember in my last video, that had to do more with the tools that I carry. And for business EDC, when I'm wearing slacks and a button-up shirt, I want to carry less tools than what I normally do. Normally I would carry a multi-tool and a knife and a flashlight. But to be honest with you guys, I do not like having all this stuff in my pocket. For one, it's kind of large. With my company, I work for a large software company. I don't know how anyone would feel about having a big knife in if they saw that. They probably wouldn't care, but if they did, I don't want to even have risk that. So, and then also these things kind of just dangle around in your pockets because with slacks, I don't have the benefit of having a fifth pocket like I do in my jeans. If you look at my previous video, I store the flashlight and the multi-tool in the fifth pocket, which is on the right side, and I don't have that option with slacks. So instead, what I have for my business EDC is just this. I have the flashlight. This is a Phoenix LOD, which is the same one I have in my normal one. I'm looking at upgrading this later. And then I also have the Leatherman Squirt Ps4. Which is kind of replaces what I have for the juice. It's just a miniature version of it. It has the pliers. As I found out when I was doing my Mr. Monkeyman 50 challenge, where I was carrying around the Swiss Army knife, I found that I didn't really need to have that large of a knife and a multi-tool. So instead, this is going to be my compromise, just because it has pliers, which I like having on me. And as you can see on here, I have this little clip. And this clip is the key to my setup for my business attire, because I do not like having these things just floating around in my pocket. They kind of imprint at the bottom of it. I find that if these things are sitting up in the mid-range of the pocket, you don't see any kind of indentation. People don't notice these items in your pocket. So what I needed to get was some kind of clip, and Mr. Monkeyman 50 recommended this to me. This one is it's from Tech Accessories, and it's the P7 suspension clip. And what this does is it clips on the side of your pocket. So then, instead of having these all the way at the bottom of your pocket, just kind of bundled up there and making an imprint on your slacks, it just kind of sits there in the middle, and you don't see it as much. And also, you don't run the risk of having these fall out, which I was having before. So this clip, it's fairly pricey too. You don't want to know what I paid for it, but it's been actually very key for my business EDC setup. So that's my tier 2 items. So those are my my tools, and that's all I have for tools. For tier 3, if you remember on my last video, that's where I included the Deltoid. This is the Urban Deltoid Survival Kit. I'll put an annotation of that. And where I had a larger flashlight, and I have the Streamlight Stylus Pro. I'm looking at upgrading this one too, but not yet. We're still working on my Bob video, so I haven't spent the money on my new flashlight. But so instead, I still carry this for tier 3. By the way, let me put these all together. So I still carry this a larger flashlight. That's kind of turned into a flashlight guy. But I don't like carrying this, especially if I'm not wearing a jacket. If I am wearing a jacket, I will carry this. But if I'm just wearing a button-up shirt and slacks, I don't like having this kind of imprint on my pants or in my shirt pocket either. So as you saw in a previous video I did, I call it my ultra slim urban survival tin, and it has a lot of the similar items that are in here. It's just a miniature version of it with all the same kind of functionality that I have in here, but just a very slim version of what I have there. So, and I find that this leaves less imprint. So that is my tier 3 items, is the larger flashlight and the ultra slim urban survival tin. Take that out of the video. Okay, for tier 4, it's the same as what I had before. It is my Urban EDC backpack, which is the Max Edition Pygmy Falcon 2. I can't fit it in this video, but in addition to that, I also carry I carry a netbook in there, but for work, I also carry my work laptop, which is a Dell, and I could fit it in there as well, so I can carry both the netbook and the laptop and my other items in there. So that is tier 4. Anyway, so now the most important thing, for me at least, is how you carry all of these items in here. For me, that's the interesting part, is not what you carry, but how you carry it. And for me, I want to have it be as discreet as possible, and I feel that the items that I have here give me a fair amount of supplies that I need with me. So I'm going to get dressed up in a normal work attire and show you how I'm carrying the items for my business EDC. Alright guys, so this is a typical attire that I might wear if I'm going into an office setting. And as you can see, I totally broke down. I had to go with the fanny pack route as my preferred method of carrying my EDC items for my business attire. Not only is it fashionable, but it's also very practical. It's discreet when I'm wearing a suit, and I find that it works extremely well. You know I told you I would never wear one of these, but I had to eventually break down for the business EDC. So this is a quick demo of the fanny pack. It works extremely well for me, and that's what I've been using for my business EDC. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As you know, I am totally kidding on that. I do not wear a fanny pack ever for my EDC. The only time I'm ever going to wear this thing is when it's the end of the world as we know it. And in that case, it's part of my Bob setup. But until then, you'll never see me wearing this thing. So, really now I'm going to show you how I carry my EDC system. So this is the 4 tiers that I have for my EDC, my business attire EDC. So tier number 1 is just the typical items. They're probably in the places that you imagine they are. My wallet, my watch, I carry my cell phone. My keys are always on my desk. They're on my desk right now, actually. I don't really like having the keys in the pocket. So those are tier 1. So tier 2, which are my tools, those are carried, as you can see on this Tech Accessories P7 suspension clip. It just hangs right there, and the tools are actually hanging midway through the pocket. They're not all bunched up at the bottom, so I don't run the risk of having these fall out because they're kind of small tools. So it's clipped on fairly tight. So that's the Leatherman Squirt and the Phoenix LOD flashlight, and that's all I carry for my tools in a business setting. So usually when I'm in a business setting, I'm in cubicle land. So having a big survival knife isn't really necessary when you're working with Dilbert. So that's tier 2. I just noticed when I put the suit on that I've lost weight since I originally bought it, so I need to take it into the tailor, so I hope you guys forgive me on that. For tier 3, those are usually the items that I carry in my jacket. For example, the Streamlight Stylist Pro. I don't always wear a jacket. A lot of the times I'll just wear a button-up shirt and slacks with no tie. But for this video I wore the whole suit. So the Streamlight Stylist Pro, and if I had the jacket on, I would carry the Urban Deltoid Survival Tin. For the times that if I wouldn't carry a jacket, I'd carry the Ultra Slim Urban Survival Tin in my one of my front pockets, and it's just a business card holder. If anyone were to see it, they would just think I'm carrying business cards with me, and it has all those little tools. I'll put it up in the annotation if you're interested in seeing that. So I'll usually carry one of the front pockets. Maybe it'll even go in here if I feel like it. And it just kind of looks like it's an iPhone maybe. So, and then for Tier 4, which is my backpack that I carry my computer in, and then all the normal gear that you've seen in my Urban EDC backpack. I just carry that, carry that with me to work. I used to carry a briefcase, but I stopped doing that. I don't like holding things. I'd rather have them on my shoulders. So. And I usually just take it off immediately, and it just sits on my desk until I leave. So that is what I carry for my business Attire EDC. So as always, please feel free to leave any kind of comments if you think something should be modified in my setup. If you have ways of improving it, I'm always interested in hearing that. So again, those are the items for my business EDC, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Talk to you guys later. Bye.